Alright, hello YouTube, welcome back to the Grease Goblins YouTube channel. Today's video, we are going to be continuing our 25 days of Winds of Winter. In today's video, we will be doing Euron Greyjoy. Now, Euron Greyjoy is in an interesting spot right now, because he's about to go up against the Red Wine Fleet. And he also, it would appear, may be headed toward Old Town. Now, this leaves some of our characters in a very interesting spot, as that we know that a Faceless Man is being hidden basically as Pate, and we also have Samwell, who is there, and also Alaris. Now, they are there for various reasons, but I think what they're looking for is Blood and Fire, which is a book based upon the dragons, it would seem. And before we kind of get further into what I think Euron's going to go in Winds of Winter, if you guys like to like, subscribe, and comment, please do. It helps share, encourage people out, like this content as well. And let's get further in. So, Euron, will he win his first battle against the Red Wine Fleet? I believe he will. I think there will be some sort of blood sacrifice ritual, which could involve Krakens, which I think would be a really awesome way of showing how powerful blood magic can be the more you sacrifice. And I think Euron wins this first battle. I think Euron then continues on and sails into Old Town. Now, I think some of our characters will try to escape, like Sam, Fake Pate, and Alaris, but they will not be able to. I think they will be stuck, not be able to get out of Old Town, and what I think will follow is that Euron, we know, is looking for something. And what I think our main characters will think it is Blood and Fire. Now, this has an alternative motive because Pate, who is the Fake Pate at this point, is a Faceless Man, wants this book. So I think Fake Pate will lead them down this road of trying to get this book. And in the process of trying to get this book away from Euron, they will do two different things. Euron will understand that this is a Faceless Man and actually kill Fake Pate in front of them. I think that makes a lot of sense. It pays off the entire idea of the Faceless Men being here, because we understand what his motive was trying to get Blood and Fire, and also the idea of Euron realizing this is a Faceless Man would be a pretty cool little twist. Now, what I think also happens is Sam and Alaris are made prisoners, and I think what happens after this is where I don't know how I feel about this, because I've thought in the past that Euron is more of a late game boss for some of our characters, where he will just be this chaotic force that opposes people like Dany and Young Griff. But I kind of am going back on that. So what I think is going to happen here, that'll be a bit different, is that as Euron is attacking Old Town, and it looks like he's about to win, he's about to get the book, but he also has an alternate motive. So as we see that another force enters the fray, and I think a force led by Garland Tyrell and Baelor Hightower launch a surprise attack on the Greyjoys. And I think this basically will save Old Town for now. Now, I think as Euron is taking Sam as a prisoner and is getting this book, because again, it would be very useful to understanding the dragons and trying to defeat them, as again, he most likely thinks he will have to do that, while this other force now enters the fray and the battle is not looking good for Euron. I think Euron notices Sam's horn, which Euron, of all people, would have the knowledge of understanding something that is magical. He has, again, experience with another horn like Dragonbinder. I think Euron would understand that this horn is something special. And I think seeing that he is probably losing the battle, blows this horn, and it is revealed to be the Horn of Winter. And we can even see something differently as a reveal that Euron actually knows it is the Horn of Winter, just based upon what it looks like, its description, and his previous knowledge is possibly going to Valyria and seeing other artifacts like the Horn of Winter. So this eventually happens, and this is going to bring down the wall. Now, I think this is something that's going to happen way later in the Book of Winds of Winter, and I think what ends up happening is we see that Euron actually dies. I don't think Euron survives this battle. I think personally, because I think Dream of Spring is going to be needing to focus on other plot lines like Young Griff and Dany and what's going on with the others, I think Euron actually dies at the end of this book. I think Garland Tyrell, Baelor Hightower win this battle. I think the Ironborn are defeated at this battle for Old Town, and Euron is either killed or imprisoned. And I think that is the way Euron's story more or less goes. It's kind of a shorter video, but I think Euron's main focus for the story is going to have a battle just to bring up the pace of the story, and also to uncover who Pate is, why he's here, also tying in nicely to Sam's story, who's at Old Town, and also being the person that brings down the wall and starting the conflict with the others. They now have a way to get south of the wall. That's what I believe Euron's focus is going to be at this point, and what his significance will be. Because we're going to run into this idea that if Euron wins this battle, okay, and I don't think anyone here is expecting Samwell to just be in Euron's captivity. I think Sam has other things he needs to accomplish, like helping the living beat the others by finding some sort of information that helps do that. I don't see how we'd have a Euron storyline because, again, there would be no POVs with Euron. We've had that through Aeron Dampier. We've had that through Victarion, but again, Aeron's going to be dead. Victarion's on the other side of the world. It's going to be very hard to follow a Euron campaign. And I think this logically just is a good endpoint for Euron, where he has done a lot of things. He's been a major villain, and he becomes the villain that takes down the wall. And one of the most badass moments where it seems like the battle's going well, and we're going to have this big rescue mission, and Sam's going to make it out of this situation until Euron blows the Horn of Winter. And if you feel the tremors, and you feel the wall coming down all across Westeros, I think that would be a really amazing way to finish up Euron's story. Maybe blowing the Horn of Winter actually kills Euron. We've seen that with Dragonbinder, that the horn can kill the blower. So what is stopping that from being different from Euron? Right? Maybe Euron gets taken with a cold, and it freezes his body, and his blood turns cold, and he dies. I think that would be a fitting way to end out Euron's plot, and I think it would be a good way to tie into the story and all of that. And I don't think George wants to keep bringing a bunch of different plot lines going on, because he needs to condense the plot. And I think getting rid of Euron, and I've talked about this a lot, that a lot of our more villainous characters kind of need to die in this book. Ramsay, Roose, a lot of these characters have to die just based upon the fact that we need to be united for the last book for us to have any semblance of making it through the long night. And I think Euron at this point just has to be dead. So let me know what you guys think about my predictions for Euron. I think Euron's one of the characters where I think the most wiggle room of you guys swaying me on what I think is going to happen. There's other characters like Young Griff, Cersei, Jaime, where I feel like it's, for me, pretty set in stone on my beliefs for what I think is going to happen. But let me know what you guys think about Euron, and I will see you guys all in the next video. I think we're doing Asha tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Or no, we're going to be doing Marjorie. Asha will be the day after. So we are going to be doing Marjorie in tomorrow's video. I hope you guys are excited for that one. We don't talk about the Tyrells a ton in this on this channel, but we talked about a little bit about Garland today, and we will be talking about Marjorie tomorrow. So thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.